Have you ever used an app that just worked? It was seamless, intuitive, maybe even fun? Or how about one that made you want to throw your phone clean across the room? Well, that feeling, that whole journey you go on, that's what user experience design is all about. So let's get into it and break down one of the most important and maybe most misunderstood fields in tech today.
Now, you probably think user experience, or UX as we call it, is some newfangled thing, right? Something born in a Silicon Valley garage. But what if I told you the basic ideas behind it are actually ancient? And I mean really ancient.
Yep, that's right, Feng Shui. You know the ancient Chinese art of arranging your furniture and your space to create balance and harmony? The whole point was to improve a person's well-being and happiness just by designing their environment thoughtfully. Sounds a lot like what we're trying to do with our apps and websites, doesn't it?
So we've got this ancient concept of designing a space for human well-being. Let's jump forward and see how that idea got a modern name for our digital world.
Okay, fast forward to the 1990s. This is when the term user experience officially gets its name, thanks to a cognitive psychologist named Don Norman. And what's really cool is why he came up with it. He just felt that the old terms, like human interface or usability, they just weren't cutting it. They were too narrow. He wanted a phrase that captured the entire experience a person has with a product, from start to finish and everything in between. To really get this, let's just break down the name itself. First up, user. It sounds all technical, but a user is, well, it's just a person. It's you. It's me. It's anyone trying to get something done with a product or a service, whether that's ordering a pizza or finding the fastest route home.
And the user experience, or UX, this is the heart of it all. It's simply the feeling. It's how that product makes you feel. Are you feeling smart and capable, or frustrated and confused? That emotional reaction, that's the user experience.
And that's where UX design comes in. It's not an accident, it's the actual process of deliberately shaping that feeling. It's about making a product not just work, but making it easy, enjoyable, and actually useful so you can get your stuff done without wanting to pull your hair out.
All right, so we know what it is. But so what? Why does good UX actually matter in the real world? Well, it turns out the impact is way bigger than you might think.
You know, good UX just makes our digital lives better. It saves us time, makes us more productive, and on a really important note, it can open up technology to people with disabilities. For companies, it saves a ton of money by getting things right the first time. But sometimes, the stakes are so much higher.
Think about this. In a super high-stakes environment like an airplane cockpit, good UX isn't just a nice-to-have, it's absolutely critical. A clear, intuitive design reduces the mental strain on a pilot, which can literally be the difference between a safe landing and a catastrophe. That's the life-or-death power of design that truly centers on the user.
Okay, let's talk about the big one, the question that trips everyone up. You've definitely heard these two terms thrown around, maybe even used to mean the same thing, UX and UI. What on earth is the difference?
Seriously, this is the #1 question people have when they start digging into this stuff. Are they the same? Is one part of the other? Let's settle this debate right now.
These diagrams really nail it. Think of UX as the entire strategy. It's the big picture. It's figuring out what the user actually needs, what the business goals are, and what the tech can even do. Now, UI, the user interface, is a super important part of that big picture. It's all about the visual design, the layout. It's the part you can actually see and touch.
So here's the absolute simplest way to remember it. UX is how it feels. It's the strategic journey. UI is how it looks. It's the pretty buttons, the cool colors, the text you read, all the visual stuff.
Let's use a real example. Say you're on a website like rentalcars.com. The UX is the whole smooth process. How easy is it to find the car you want and book it? The UI is the clean layout, the nice colors, and the big, obvious Book Now button that you click. The UX is the road trip, the UI is the dashboard and the steering wheel you use to drive.
So if UX is this huge, overarching thing, it must pull from a lot of different fields, right?
Oh, for sure. It's not just one skill set. It's more like a symphony, with a bunch of different disciplines all playing together.
For starters, you've got psychology, to understand how people think and what motivates them.
Then, of course, you need computer science to understand what's actually possible to build with technology.
You absolutely need graphic design to make the interface look good and feel intuitive.
And you even pull from sociology to understand how people behave in groups and across different cultures. All of these have to work in harmony. Which brings us right back to this idea.
Great UX design lives in that perfect sweet spot right in the middle, where what the user needs, what the business wants, and what the technology allows all overlap. When you find that spot, you've got a product that just works for everyone.
And that's the whole thing, really. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you open your favorite app, or any app, I want you to think past the visuals. Don't just ask, do I like the colors? Instead, ask yourself, how is this making me feel? Because that question right there is the very soul of user experience.